Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. So here's the scoop that's been buzzing around the NFL universe lately. There's a major trade rumor swirling around the San Francisco 49ers that has Packers fans paying close attention. Now, I know this might sound like just another offseason speculation, but if these reports turn out to be true, it could be a game changer for Green Bay's Super Bowl ambitions. The 49ers, sitting at a solid 9-6 record, are reportedly looking to make some bold moves, and one name at the center of all this chatter is George Kittle. Yes, the tight end who has been a cornerstone of San Francisco's offense since he was drafted back in 2017. The word on the street is that the 49ers are willing to part ways with Kittle, not just for any return, but for a first-round pick, a move that speaks volumes about their current rebuild mode and cap management. With injuries mounting, especially to key players like Kittle's shoulder injury that sidelined him for 2 games, San Francisco's front office appears to be prioritizing cap space and future flexibility over maintaining their tight end core. They're seemingly seeking to free up around $19 million in cap space, which they could redirect toward bolstering their defense, particularly at wide receiver and linebacker positions, areas where they are still looking to upgrade. Now, why would the Green Bay Packers be interested in Kittle? Well, for starters, this guy is a matchup nightmare. Since entering the league in 2017, Kittle has accumulated over 7-0 receiving yards and scored 45 touchdowns with a career average of 14.5 yards per catch. His PFF grade has consistently hovered around the high 80s, with a current season grade of 88.7, making him one of the most reliable tight ends in the league. Not only is he a threat in the passing game, but he's also an elite blocker with over 40 yards of blocking grades, and he's been super durable, missing no major time due to injury this season. In 2025, projections show Kittle catching around 80 passes for 100 yards and 8 touchdowns, stats that would immediately elevate the Packers' passing game and give Jordan Love a true security blanket in the middle of the field. Remember, Green Bay's offense has been trending upward this season, averaging around 26 points per game, thanks in large part to the emerging chemistry between Love and his pass catchers. But adding a player like Kittle would be a real shot in the arm, especially considering the Packers' need for more versatility at the tight end position. Musgrave has shown promise, but Kittle's ability to stretch the field, create mismatches, and bolster red zone efficiency by over 18% makes him an ideal upgrade. His projected stats of over 900 yards this season, combined with his ability to generate yards after the catch, estimated at around 450 yards, would make him a perfect fit for Matt LaFleur's offense, which thrives on versatility and dynamic playmakers. Looking at the 49ers, they're currently carrying a cap hit of about $17 million for Kittle, and they're in a bit of a rebuild mode, focusing on youth and cap flexibility. They're also under pressure to improve their defense, which is giving up 21 points per game, and their need for wide receivers and linebackers is clear. The trade, which could include a first-round pick from Green Bay, would give the Niners the cap relief they need and allow them to refocus on developing their younger players and possibly preparing for a future without Kittle. It's a bold move, but one that makes sense for both teams. San Francisco gets cap space and future assets, while Green Bay gets a proven star who could be the missing piece in their quest for a Super Bowl. Now, let's talk about how this could shake things up in the NFC North and beyond. The Packers, currently sitting at 10-5 and fighting for playoff positioning, would instantly boost their chances. Adding Kittle would not only improve their passing game, but also give Jordan Love a reliable target in clutch situations. This kind of upgrade could be the difference-maker in tight playoff battles, especially considering Kittle's ability to win contested catches. He's made 10 such plays this season alone, and his high EPA per target of 0.35. His presence would also help balance the Packers' offensive attack, making them more unpredictable and difficult to defend. The Super Bowl odds reflect this potential shift. Currently, Green Bay's chances are around plus 800, but if they land Kittle and integrate him seamlessly into their offense, those odds could shorten significantly, maybe even dropping to plus 450 or better. Kittle, with his playoff experience and knack for big moments, could become a true X-factor during the postseason, especially in middle-of-the-field mismatches where he excels. His ability to create yards after the catch and win contested catches in crucial moments would help Green Bay elevate their win probability and make them a formidable contender. Of course, skepticism remains. The 49ers are known for their cautious approach, and trading away a player of Kittle's caliber is a bold statement that signals a shift in their strategy. They're clearly prioritizing cap flexibility and building for the future, possibly moving towards a rebuild. But for the Packers, this kind of move could be historic. It would be a statement that they're serious about competing now and building a roster that can contend for the Super Bowl, especially with the offense leaning heavily on Jordan Love's development. Kittle's presence would set a tone, showing that Green Bay is all in on winning now, leveraging the tight end's unmatched versatility to push their offense to new heights. In terms of the broader implications, this trade could set a precedent for how teams view tight ends in the modern NFL. No longer just blockers or check-down options, but true offensive weapons who can dominate in multiple facets of the game. If Green Bay pulls this off, it could spark a new era of offense-driven football in Titletown, with Kittle at the heart of it all. The Packers have been steadily improving throughout this season, and adding a player like Kittle could be the final ingredient needed to take them from playoff hopefuls to Super Bowl favorites. His leadership, experience, and playmaking ability would be invaluable for a team that's hungry for its second Lombardi Trophy since 2010. Now, let's not forget, this kind of blockbuster trade isn't just about adding a star. It's about signaling a new chapter for the Packers. With a roster that's been on the rise, particularly on offense, and a young quarterback still finding his footing, bringing in a veteran like Kittle would send a message to the entire league. It says Green Bay is serious about competing at the highest level and that they're willing to make bold moves to get there. The NFL is a league of momentum, and sometimes a single trade can reshape the entire landscape of the postseason. This could be that move for the Packers, especially as they look ahead to the playoffs and beyond. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This potential deal, if it materializes, could define the trajectory of Green Bay's upcoming seasons. Imagine Jordan Love lining up with a tight end of Kittle's caliber. His ability to stretch the field, win contested catches, and create yards after the catch would be a nightmare for defenses. It's exactly the kind of weapon that could elevate the Packers' offense to the next level, providing them with the tools needed to dominate both in the regular season and the playoffs. The NFL is all about matchups, and adding Kittle would give LaFleur's offense a new dimension, making it even more difficult for defenses to scheme against a balanced attack that can run, pass, and exploit mismatches with ease. Furthermore, this move could set a new tone in the NFC North, shaking up the division's pecking order. The Vikings, Lions, and Bears are all building their rosters, but Green Bay's aggressive move to acquire a top-tier tight end could signal that they're not just content with being playoff contenders. They want to be Super Bowl champions. It's a bold statement, and if it pays off, the Packers could be the team everyone fears come January. Looking back at recent seasons, Green Bay has always been a team that relies heavily on their passing game, especially with their history of star quarterbacks and dynamic receivers. But in recent years, the tight end position has been a bit of a question mark. Musgrave has shown flashes, but he hasn't yet become that reliable, game-changing presence that teams like Kansas City with Kels or the 49ers with Kittle have. The addition of Kittle would fill that gap perfectly, giving Love a tight end who not only can catch in traffic, but also create mismatches in the middle of the field and in the red zone. It's exactly the kind of upgrade that can turn a good offense into a great one, especially when the stakes are high in the playoffs. And let's not forget the bigger picture. This trade could be the start of a new Green Bay dynasty. With the right pieces around Jordan Love, including a proven veteran like Kittle, the Packers could be setting themselves up for sustained success. The NFL is a league where star power and strategic moves matter most, and Green Bay making a splash like this would send a clear message that they're all in for a championship run. It would also serve as a statement to other teams. If the Packers are willing to make such a bold move, they're not just aiming for the playoffs, they're aiming for the Lombardi Trophy again. Of course, everything hinges on how the trade unfolds and how well Kittle can fit into LaFleur's system. But if the past is any guide, Kittle's versatility, durability, and leadership make him a perfect fit for a team looking to push all in. His ability to win contested catches and create yards after catch would complement Love's arm perfectly, opening up the field and forcing defenses to account for the tight end on every play. It's a dynamic that could redefine Green Bay's offense and give them a significant edge in the postseason. As we look toward the future, this potential blockbuster trade is one of the most exciting developments in the NFL this offseason. For Green Bay fans, it's a chance to dream bigger, to believe that their team is on the cusp of something special. The Packers have been building steadily, and now, with the right move, they could take that next step towards Super Bowl glory. The upcoming weeks will be crucial, and fans will be watching closely to see if this rumor turns into reality. If it does, strap in, because the Green Bay Packers could be about to make a serious statement in the NFL landscape. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and remember, the NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is certain: Green Bay is always aiming high. And with a move like this, they could be closer than ever to reclaiming their spot at the top of the league. The journey to Super Bowl LVII could be about to get a whole lot more interesting, and you, the fans, are right there in the middle of it all. Let's keep the passion alive, support our team through thick and thin, and get ready for what might be one of the most exciting off-seasons in Green Bay Packers history.